Welcome back to Retro Rebound. In today's video, we got ourselves Excalibur getting to work again. This time we're unboxing another DKOldies set of consoles. This time I ordered a PlayStation 3 because I saw Jacob R's video and that thing was a travesty, and also a PlayStation 2. The other reason I did it is because I like to test things that I know we have here in the studio space that are working, that I have used for videos in the past, so I have the proof that what I have works with games that we've covered here on the channel that we all know work, and then testing them side by side with what DKOldies sent us. Last time around, didn't go that well. No way! Oh my God! Wow, it's not a lie. I can't believe that. I'll have that link down below if you want to see the whole thing. But one complaint that we got during that video was, Maddie, why didn't you unscrew the consoles? Well, now we got the tools to do so. So we'll be taking a look on the inside. I'm not going to pretend to know everything I'm looking at. I'm really just checking for dust more than anything and just seeing how well kept these things are. But let's not delay any further, ladies and gentlemen. DKOldies has certainly been dishonest. They're starting to change some of their prices. They're starting to change some of the verbiage on their storefront to kind of match that. No, we haven't been lying to you this whole time, but YouTubers continue to buy stuff from them and it continues to be messy. So I wanted to see 1 month later, has anything changed? We're gonna find out as I've spent 350 bucks on this stuff. So here we go. Let's get to unpacking, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all doing well, and I appreciate you tuning in. Supporting the channel, by the way, because without you, we couldn't throw money at these bad companies like GameStop and DKOldies. But it is a lot of fun. All right, here we go. Let's see. First, the condition of the console. Okay, I'm a little nervous about this, I'll be honest. We're getting the worst of the worst here. Let's just see how bad it is, because DKOldies prices were already a pretty big sticking point for them. But I feel like more than anything, it's just feeling like a blind buy. It just, you don't know what you're gonna get with Cosmetically Flawed. I got here for the PS2 the Double Shock 2. This is the old school style one. I always liked old school, so I don't mind this stuff. In fact, I kind of needed a new PS2 controller. You'll see mine later in the video. Not that great, but really what we're here for are the consoles. So where are they? I gotta fish them out here. Okay, this looks like we got the PS3 here, so hold on. Here we go. And I went with the old PS3 because of two things. Number one, I want to see the inside. It is like the oldest model. It's also heavy, but also the gloss appearance isn't really fair when it comes to time itself. So if they did actually take good care of it and make sure that it's all up to quality, then it should just have some scratches on it, but it shouldn't be like smudged or anything if they, took the time to clean it. But here we go. Let's get to unraveling and find out. And I already see one of the issues with it. Okay. Okay. Here we go. First of all, thing smells awful. But there's problem number one. Just a nice part of the plate missing. There's your cosmetic flaw there. Otherwise, here, the top kind of scratched, not too bad. Doesn't seem overall super dusty. And underneath, that's fine. Kind of scratched though. But yeah, the clear blemish here that I'm seeing just off a quick look is this missing plate right here. And you can't tell, but it smells a little funky in here right now. We will crack this one open because it does look like it's got some grime on the top. And you know what? I came prepared. I know how to do a grime check. We shop at GameStop a lot, so if you saw my Halo Reach case, you know we're familiar with gross gamer stuff. Oh, nice. A dented up case of hair. Oh my God. I can't touch that. Please tell me the camera is actually gonna, can you see the, oh my God, there are bullet holes in this? Oh my God, someone ashed a cigarette on this thing. All right, all that's left here is the PlayStation 2. You can't really screw this one up, I don't think. It's really gonna come down to the interior and if it can read discs, but here we go. Let's see here. Oh man. Wow. Someone rubbed that down, something fierce. Scratched the heckin' back. Wow. This is in pretty rough shape here. I love the look of the silver PS2. I actually never owned one, so this is really cool. The bottom too. It's like someone did a kickflip on this thing and went skateboarding with it. This is again, in pretty rough condition here. A lot of scrapes, a lot of scratches. Let's pop the inside open here and see what we got. All right, everything else, I mean, we'll see if it works, but everything else at least is here and present. Interesting. My PS2 has a little bit of hesitation on this, but this kind of goes down easy. So this has been hanging around for a while. It seems, seen a lot of use. So my faith is not high, but that is the PS2 and PS3 unboxing. Now what we're going to do is we're going to test these out, make sure they work or don't work. And then from there, we'll come back here to the table, we'll break them open, and then I'll kind of give a final verdict on how things are looking. But now let's go and test these suckers out. All right, here we are. We're going to test out the PS2 now, and we're gonna do it with 3 different games that I have played here on this channel. First one is gonna be a childhood favorite of mine. That is gonna be TMNT 3 Mutant Nightmare from Konami. Let's try it out on the DKOldies system first. All right. I have not tested this at all, and we're already getting a weird color here. We're getting green, and not in the good TMNT kind of way. I have no idea why it is displaying green right now. So foolish. I thought I knew everything, thought it was a DKOldies problem. That was the easy way out. I was wrong. This is a me problem here, and I appreciate people writing in, correcting me in our original upload. So here we are in our re-upload, making sure we have the facts straight. So thank you all for educating me, because it turns out this green screen behind me is actually not a DKOldies problem. It's a Maddie problem. It was easily fixable, and I know, right? I could hit myself, but I appreciate people educating me so I can send the message to all of you. Turns out, like I said, not a DKOldies problem, and I'll show you what the fix actually is here at my home TV. So as you'll see, we still have the DKOldies PS2 hooked up with the controller they had given me. And wow, this is like 2005 YouTube vibes with the off-screen camera recording. But literally, if you just go here into the system configuration and you change it to RGB, wow, would you look at that? Oh man, could I kick myself. But yes, the system otherwise, you'll see for the rest of the test, does work. But the actual green screen was a Maddie problem. So on with the rest of the video. Now, let's do the test with my own personal console. Make sure it all works fine. All right, here we go. Please don't be green. Oh, would you look at that? Normal colors. Okay, I might have to take one thing back here. The loading on my PS2 is a hair faster, like nothing that I think most consumers would notice. But when I was flipping between the menus to get the cutscenes, even this mission here, it's a hair, like maybe a second or two quicker. Nothing that I'm gonna really write home about, but at least something worth talking about. Of course, the major difference here is you're now seeing the game in the color it should be in its beautiful cell shaded art style. I just love this game so much, man. It's such a treat, and I hope that Konami does a Cowabunga collection for these games as well. I will lose my mind. But so I'm very curious how this PS3 is going to shake out, because that one looked the worst for wear in the terms of like the front plating, and also I just don't trust those fat PS3s. But right now, everything's working. I guess the best part is the controller, because my PS2 controller is right here, and you'll see like it's missing part of the analog cover. It's getting old. It definitely, I needed a new one. So at least I spent all this money for a nice new controller that works. Anyway, let's move on to the PS3 and see what we got there. You may have noticed a difference in the video quality. These videos take forever to produce, so I had to set up my second camera to continue filming all this, because we gotta change the setup like 3-4 times to film these types of DKOldie videos. That's why we do them once a month. They take forever to make. But also, I'm shifted over a little bit because the USB cable, sorry, that they gave me is that long. That's all I've got to play with here, and this is a dead controller, so I gotta lean in a little bit to my playthrough here. With that same thing as last time, 2 games being tested, 2 that have been on the channel before. The Sly Collection, love this game, and also Lord of the Rings Conquest, super underrated game, by the way. Let's start off with Sly Collection. I'm gonna grace the DKOldies PS3 with the best collection to ever come out. So let's see what we got here, and if it even boots up, by the way. Haven't turned it on at all. Same exact scenario with the PS2, so let's find out. Okay, we got something. Sony. Okay, we got something. Let's see here. It took my disc, so there is that. The question is if the controller will actually connect, which it is, by the way, not right now. I'll show the other camera real quick. As you can see, it's just kind of blinking. Normally you press the PlayStation button again and it'll connect, but you'll see here, that's not happening. So the controller is looking like a duh. Oh, hold on. We got a little something. We do have something. Okay, it's working now. So we're still in the process of the setup here, and you'll see it's connected finally, as I showed you earlier. But like, if I want to go over a screen to continue my internet setup here, or I want to cancel it, neither is working despite it being connected. So this P3 controller is already starting to show up as a bit of a dud here. For those wondering who haven't played PS3 in a while, the reason it's blinking is it means it's connected, but it's charging. If all four were blinking, that means it wouldn't be connected at all. But it is connected and charging, or at least it's claiming it is, yet I can't navigate these screens at all. Now, fortunately, I have my PS3 controller here, so we're gonna connect that and see if that can help us out. And as you'll see now, look at that. Just navigating with ease, and it's working. So we can just set this up later. So yeah, controller did not work, unfortunately. The question now is if the game will work. All right, so it's already loading the pre-game screen, we'll call it. So it is reading, Sly Cooper is there, it's playing the theme. It's such an amazing game. If you own PS3, you gotta play this. Even try it on PS Now. You know, I'd say just play it the traditional way, but right now, no green screen, so that's good. That Santa Claus didn't come to town for this one. But also, let's see here. Okay, it looks like it's loading it up, no problem, which is a great sign. We don't want to sit here and dunk on companies, but definitely questionable with the third-party controller. That's a sus play. We kind of sussed that out actually pretty immediately. All right, it looks like it's working, no problem here. Reading the disc. No skips, no freezes as of yet. I mean, can PlayStation just grow up and bring this series back, by the way? Just on a side note here, this is just an incredible game. The entire franchise is incredible. I know this isn't a Sly Cooper video, but I'm gonna utilize the platform I have for good, and I'm gonna let you all know, this is everyone's all talking about God of War, Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon, great series. But you want that man back on your screen. Not Aloy or Kratos for the millionth time. Bring back Bentley. Bring back Sly Cooper. But anyway, let's test out Lord of the Rings Conquest. See how that works on the system, and then we'll try both out on my personal system. Just, of course, due diligence. Make sure everything works fine. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, I didn't think of that. It didn't. Oh, I can't speak English. It didn't eject the disc. Hold on. Oh no, oh my God, I definitely gotta break it open now. Dude, that's one of my favorite games of all time in there. Oh no, they had me in the first half, I'm not gonna lie. Oh no, not Sly Cooper. Oh, I wanna hit eject one more time just to see if I get lucky. This is a little trick I learned, and boom, works just like that. So my PS3 has a similar issue where, as you'll see right here, I'll throw this in, watch. Normally the PlayStation 3 will auto detect when a disc is being inserted, and it'll do the rest for you, right? You'll see here, we're already past the halfway point of the middle part of the disc, and it's still not auto receiving it. What I have to do, and as you just saw with the old DKOldies PS3 here, I had to hold the eject button because sometimes it does get stuck, is you gotta hold this and wait for it to continue running. I'm not sure if the camera will pick that up, but you can hear it's running, and then slows down. It ends up taking it, and hold on. There you go. That's what I gotta do every time. And so I am very familiar with your game here, DKOldies. I know the problem here. So what we're gonna do now, because it did give up the disc, is we're gonna check out Lord of the Rings Conquest and see what we got popping over there. Hopefully it doesn't eat this one up and allows me to have it back on the first try. Okay, so we're in game, looking good. One thing I did is I switched back to the DKOldies controller, and now it's working. You know, circle does its thing. It's me pressing circle, square, triangle, L1, R1, R2, L2. Everything works fine now. So I don't know what changed, but that's the thing with the DKOldies system. You just can't get a reliable skew from them. You don't know what you're going to get every time. And that's the problem, is it's not like you're paying cheap and you're kind of rolling the dice like GameStop. You know, we're talking about like you're paying the premium for, oh, combos in this game are so nice. We're talking about paying the premium here, and they're giving us the bare minimum. So let this video be also your reminder that there are some great games out there you may not have played, and hopefully I've shown you a couple of them. I always get a little excited about what games I'll test out for these systems, because I feel like it's a good chance to show off some underrated hidden gems here, but I'm getting destroyed. Anyway, it looks like both games work on the system. The real test here now is, will it cough it up? Will it give me back my game? Let's see. Oh, see, oh, it hesitated, but it knew it was messing with me. It coughed it out. Okay, excellent. So both games work. Funky controller, funky disc drive for sure. But overall, looks like it works fine enough. The real question is what it looks like on the inside, which a little bit scared about that. But let's switch over to my PS3 and just make sure Sly Cooper's running at least, and then we'll go and break these bad boys open. All right, and we can see here Sly 2 naturally running on my janky PS3. I'm gonna be honest, I think all things considered, like the DKOldies PS3 is a little scary, but I would be real and say mine's a little scarier. The fact that I can eject discs, but it's really hard for it to receive it, would probably put the DKOldies PS3 a bit above mine here. And let's see here, it's definitely gonna, yeah, it's gonna load in the 100% completion save game file. Of course it is. Oh wait, no, this was in the middle of a, I look like a fraud now. This is in the middle of a playthrough. I think I was doing for a video. I need to get gameplay for the first two here, but yeah, this bad boy I got the platinum trophy for. So works on both systems, just some kinks with both of them. But now it's time to break them open, see what's going on the inside. Time for a noob to crack these consoles open. You'll see I got a bit of a head start. I don't work fast like other YouTubers, so I figured I'd spare you the time. You'll see I have the hard drive removed here for the PS3. You'll see on the bottom here, the PS2, we removed some of the rubber caps that were protecting the screws. You'll see, yes, it is the DKOldies system because I removed the sticker. The residue's still there. So it just leaves us with unscrewing. Again, this is the DKOldies system. You'll see the sticker that was formerly there from their warranty or whatever they call it now, and now it's gone. So I took the liberty of, like I said, unscrewing a couple just to move us along a little bit faster here out of respect for your time. Thank you for being here. But yeah, like I said, this is my first time really doing this. I'm channeling my inner Spawn wave here. And my dad is also really good with this type of engineering, this type of tech guru stuff. Not my specialty. Wish I inherited it. I know it's in my genetics somewhere. I'm still trying to find it, but I was introduced to TaskRabbit, and now I'm really scared for my future because it sounds like DoorDash for people like me who are really bad with engineering. Like anything I put together has a little Matty quirk to it. Like I put together my desk, and the door's off-centered on it, like where I store some of my cards for Pokemon. It's always something wrong with it, where it's like, I just want to get one nice piece of furniture. So this isn't my specialty, but I want to make sure I respond properly to feedback that I got from y'all. A lot of you wanted to see what was going on the inside. Of course, do a good old dust check. That's what I'm really here for. I can at least read that much, but I know you all wanted to see what was going on the inside because DKOldies did claim these get refurbished. So let's see here. We got all 7 screws out now. And if my memory serves me right, we gotta pretty much pry this sucker open with the might of Thor. So let's see what we can do here. Okay, here we go. Let's see just how dusty this is. And okay, we're looking all right so far. But let's remove the caps here. See what's really going on underneath this bad boy. I'm actually a little bit surprised here. This doesn't look all that dirty at all. There's a little bit of film here. All right, we're a little bit deeper now, and we can see so far not as dusty as I was expecting. A little bit of the dust on the fan beneath. I can see a smidge of it, but nothing really particularly alarming here, which I gotta say, after everything I've seen online, I'm a little bit surprised by. But this is all This is all coming back clean for DKOldies here. Okay. Moment of truth. Moment of truth, I think. What is stuck now? Okay, looking underneath here, you can see it definitely on the camera a little bit. You'll see some dust here deep on the inside. But this is way, way in the guts of the system here. So overall, not awful from DKOldies, from my eye. Definitely an adventure, that's for sure. But PS3, not too bad compared to everything I've seen online. There is no shot on this planet I put this all back together as I lose another piece of the puzzle. There we go. Let's do the much easier PS2 now. Okay, this should do it. This should just come off nice and easy now. You're still gonna give me a hard time? Come on now. There we go. And okay, looking pretty snazzy, PlayStation 2. Looking pretty good. No real dust collected in here. Okay, so the inside of both systems is surprisingly clean across the board, which is nice. And boy, were they locked down like Fort Knox, that's for sure. We have a PS3 that can kind of eat discs and not decide if it wants to give them back. But overall, worked fine and sounded the same, by the way, across the board for both systems. There were no standout poor loading performances. Again, the insides look good to me in my eye. You know, dust and whatnot. It's passing that test here. That's the latest order from DKOldies. Overall, still overpriced, but definitely not as bad as I think the first one. The first one, the cosmetic damage was really, really strong, and there was definitely differences between my hardware and what they had given me. So a month later, a little bit of improvement, quite frankly. Still way too overpriced. I think once they adjust their prices and they're a little more communicative on what you're gonna get, beyond just saying it's cosmetically flawed. I mean, there's cosmetically flawed, and then there's like, what happened here? Like someone just rubbed against that for an hour, cut this thing up. It's silver, it's got a little bit working against it. But I think if they can iron that stuff out and get their prices right, they might have something here, because this definitely wasn't as bad as the first batch, that's for sure. But it's still not saying much. So that is everything here for this DKOldies video. Thank you so much for hanging with me. I know this was a chunker of a video, but I appreciate you joining me. Let me know what you want me to do next. Certainly, we're going to continue the GameStop roulette. But for DKOldies, it's anyone's guess. So it looks like maybe they're on the upswing. So with that, take great care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next Retro Rebound, and with a lot less tech to pull apart. Peace out.